we should possess forever. And that's what the spirit of revelation, the spirit of wisdom does to you. You will never lose it. There's a place in God you will never lose it. Because it's been divided unto you them by line. Lot and line. Lot is the subtotal. It's the whole value. And line, your inheritance. But line is what we use. It said in Scripture, line upon line. Precept upon precept. Which lets us know the line when we read is precepts. Precepts out of the lot. Precepts out of our inheritance. Apostle Don, I was talking to him. He said, man, I got to have that teaching. He said, you went somewhere, brother. You was teaching them. He said, you were teaching them something that not too many people can stomach. And I said, yeah. I said, I'm trying. I said, I'm really trying to get us to that point where we can go places lawfully. Amen. So we don't have to go up another way to get it. The Spirit of God has been gracious to this house in so many ways. It says, from generation to generation shall they dwell therein. So we have an inheritance, lot, and line given to us by the fivefold ministry gifts that not only am I going to enjoy the benefits of it, but as I allow God to gather, as He command and gather, as He command with His mouth, and then He gather us with His Spirit, the Spirit that all of us been baptized in and made to drink from the same Spirit. He's going to gather us. We don't have to be random. We don't have to be vagabond. We don't have to be ignorant. We don't have to be illiterate. Because He's given it to us already. Tell your neighbor, He already gave it to us. Yeah, He gave it to us already. Yeah. And so I think we stopped over in Psalms 139, right? Yeah. Psalms 139, 15 and 16. How are we going to do this thing? How am I going to do this, Lord? I pray. I won't be able to disclose everything because it's going to be a part of the curriculum in our school. Because I believe I'm going to include Revelation, the book of Revelation, and some facet. We can go through and see all of the treasure troves that God has hidden, what He's given for us. So I ain't going to spend time. We went all the way up to verse 1 to 15, if I'm not mistaken. 14. We stopped at 15. It says, my substance. No, go to 13. 13. But thou hast possessed my reins. Thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. And that word possess means formed. My reins, the seat of my emotion, the who I am, all my passion. That word reins is powerful too. It's actually the first part of the human fetus that's formed in the womb. He said, in other words, He put an impeccable design within me. That's what He's saying. He said, my reins, my insides, my motives, my ambitions have been formed by You. Thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. And I said the mother's womb, He's not talking about His own mother. It's a prophetic picture to us. Our mother's womb is who? Please don't mess it up. The church. New Jerusalem. The one that is from above. I will praise Thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are Thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. That's the point we need to get to. We're fearfully and wonderfully made. It sounds good to eliminate some level of inferiority and insecurities and some of the negative vices and the little speed bumps that we face with because we've been in, black sheep, doormat, or whatever. It resonates loud, but He's talking about the dynamic it is of forming a people into His image, that they will be fearfully and wonderfully made. Said, marvelous are Thy works. My soul knows right well. My substance was not hid from Thee when I was made in secret, and curiously wrote in the lowest parts of the earth. Thine eyes did see my substance, yet being unperfect, and in Thy book all my members was written. In what book? You don't need a book in heaven? Yes, the Lamb's book of life. Said, in Thy book, all my members were written. Everything about who I'm going to be is hidden. He said, even yet being unperfect, Why? Because God called things that be not as though they were. He does the thing he does the end from the beginning. That's why he tells us if your beginning be small, what do you say? The end gonna be greater. He's the author and a finisher of our faith. He said, which in continuance were fashioned, when as yet there was none of them. What a powerful book. He's saying what Apostle is trying to tell me about my lot, my line, the things the provision that God has given me, and the expectation of God shifting me from historical books, just having some type of glorified Bible study, to the point I can just stop looking at the Bible as some type of self-help book. So the manual is self-help. So now, all of a sudden, the Bible becomes the very epitome of who I need to be. So when I'm downloading scriptures, when I'm meditating on the Word, it's actually getting filtered into my personality. And death is, oh boy, oh boy. A lot of things are being swept out. And that's why I like it said, a refuge of lies is being removed because of the overflowing scourge. What is the overflowing scourge? It's the revelation of what Jesus has provided for you. Amen. It wipes away all falsehoods. It disannuls the covenant of death. Some of us walk around in the covenant of death, and the covenant of death is an unrenewed mind. It's the places in our life that we refuse to comply with life and truth. Did he say it? I'm not just paraphrasing it, but that's what Paul said. He said to be carnally minded is what? Death. Jesus said it's going to be a day, well, Paul said concerning Jesus' ministry, it's going to be a day where death is going to be under our feet. Which means we're going to be so free from the carnal mind that death won't have victory. It's going to be swallowed up. That's why we got to be renewed in our mind. Yeah, we can chop this up. I like the lowest parts of the earth, but I'm going to leave that alone. So if you've been a has-been, you've been rejected, he filled all things. But you don't know what I did too. Oh, lowest parts of the earth, baby. I'm sorry, he done filled it. He took that captivity captive. You can't hide under that rock no more. Everything in heaven, everything on earth, everything underneath the earth gonna bow at his name. So he been a rascal, he gonna come get you too. He been messed up. Amen. He even saved Trump.
Yes, he will.
And Obama. Anybody else. Amen. Anything in the White House. So this book of life, that's what he's talking about. All my members were written. Jesus said the same thing in a similar fashion. He's talking about the volume of the book. It was written of me. Remember he said it over in Psalms 40? Let's go to Psalms 40. Let me show you something. It's in the Old Testament. I'm just playing. Amen. Look at verse 6. Psalms 40 and 6. I'm going to hurry up. I got to hurry up. I got about an hour to get done. Hurry up. Psalms 40 and 6. I'm just playing. Sacrifice and offering thou did not desire. My ears hast thou opened. Burnt offering and sin offering hast thou not required. He did require it under the Mosaic system. Verse 7. Amen. He said, then said I, lo, I come. In the volume of the book, it is written of me. Who is that talking? Jesus. Don't mess it up. Don't say David. He said, I come in the volume of the book that's written of what? Me. He said, I come in the volume of the book that's written of me. Now go to Hebrews 10. A little exercise for your fingertips. Hebrews 10 and 5. Everybody there? It says, wherefore, when he cometh into the world, he says what? Sacrifice and offering thou wouldest not, but a body, what? You need to underline that. But a body hast thou prepared me. Man. I thought that'd get excitement. I guess not. Hey, a body has thou prepared me. A body has thou prepared me. A body has thou prepared me.
Yes.
A body has thou prepared me. Y'all got it?
Yes.
It says, in burnt offering sacrifices for sin, thou hast no pleasure. Then said I, lo, I come. In the volume of the book, it is written of me to do thy will, O God. Now, I can go a lot of ways to talk about the Day of Atonement and the second witness and all that other stuff, but not to prolong your agony. He said, a body has thou prepared me. Then he connects the body being prepared to the volume of the book. So he let us know it's not in sacrifices and offering. It's in the body that thou prepared me.
Amen.
Because that body speaks of the volume of the book.
Yes.
So the book of life is not a big clerical book that angels are writing or erasing names in. It is the people of God living their life by the faith of Jesus Christ, who gave his life for us before the foundation of the world. So it's not leather bound. It's bound in the hearts. It's being written in the tablets of our hearts. It's chronicled through flesh and blood. So the book of life is not a clerical book, something that we're waiting on to be open. It's being open, but it's not going to be open through ink. The spirit of revelation is the one who's going to be popping those seals off the books. It is the Lamb's book of life, which is the description